Hello and welcome back to Judith Plains. We've just finished up with that cultivating contracts. We've done quite a few. So we're now into the 2nd of July, and in the last episode we did a baling contract on field 8, which I think we did before we finished up the episode. There was a $400 lease cost on that, and it was $24,737 in total. The spraying contract on field 45, $10,282. Another cultivating contract on field 11, that was $5,624, so not a big amount, but it was something. And we did a weeding contract on field 77, $19,521. So we've collected all of that money, and we've also completed another 3 contracts this morning. I'm just getting hooked up to the plow here, because we need to take this out for another contract, which we can't start yet until we've completed the other ones. Right, so let's get this completed now. So we did cultivating, all 3 are cultivating. Field 16 was $13,202. Field 4, $23,163. And finally field 8, $26,279. So that gives us $139,000 in the bank, but we need to go and accept this contract because it was quite a big one. So ploughing field 75, I wasn't going to put the big bud out in it because it was quite slow with that cultivating contract. I think we tried it on field, I believe it was 16. Where's that one? Field 16, no it wasn't. Was it not field 11? I think it was field 11 we did it on, and then we swapped over to the quad track. So the big bud's not big enough in theory to do what we need it to do, so we do really need a big tractor. But we're going to accept this ploughing one on field 75, $78,198, so that is a fantastic amount. I'm just having a look there. There's a couple fertilising contracts that we could potentially do as well. We'll see how time goes. Got peas and spinach, don't think we're going to do them. Other than that, there's not really... That one's fairly close. That one's the other side of the ridge. Potentially fertilising, and if we've got time today we could potentially do a baling contract as well. Probably that one, because that one's okay, it's less money but it's a lot quicker to do because it's a square baler. You don't have to stop. With that round baler you have to stop all the time for the bales. That's going to take far too long, so if we do a baling contract it is going to be field 37. But the ethanol plant, we're still running with that. Plenty of propane. We're coming down to the sort of last of the dry corn. I don't think it's going to take long to finish that. The potato plant, it's still going well. Plenty of oil in there, and obviously plenty of potatoes as well. We could sell them because it's $30,000 worth, so we're just above, about $800 above the best price just now for all the potato chips. So we could sell it later on today. Ethanol is not until next year, until May, so that's a massive drop in money there. So it's about $3,000-ish per 1,000 litres, which doesn't sound much, but when you've got almost 19,000 litres worth, it goes from $177,000 up to almost $240,000. So that is a massive loss, $63-ish thousand loss selling it now than we would do in May. So yeah, we're going to hold on to that. And our pigs are still doing well. They don't need any food just yet, which is good. But once we get our fields done, we're going to get straw into them as well. Which is field 15. I believe is that barley? No, it's not, it's wheat, yes. So we've got wheat and barley, the sorghum fields, and then the 3 corn fields, obviously, all 3 of them have got nicked with the tornado that came through. But we are going to go and complete this contract first, get that out of the way, and see if we've got any more contracts to do. The reason for doing all the contracts is I really want to get that bit of farmland so that we can have our grain dryer, and we can get rid of the one in here and take back some storage on the farm. And we can move some equipment up to the new farm when we get it as well. I believe we have enough money now, but I would like a bit more in the bank just to have spare. The Bison Ridge farm. Oh no, it's $173,000, so we do need this contract. So ideally, today and tomorrow is going to be just contracts, I think. I say tomorrow, I mean next month, because it's 2-day months. So yeah, there's going to be quite a lot of contracts over the next couple of days, and hopefully we get a good yield from that corn, because It's not ideal, but it happens, so. Go with the hand we've been dealt. So, we're going to have a look at the farm as we go past it. It's going to take a while to get up there with the quad track, but we'll take a look in past, see if it is suitable, because it does have a few animal buildings as well. So we could potentially have more animals, as we do still have silage bales, so we could get cows. Although we don't want to do too much, because that means we've got to have food on hand to feed them. Otherwise, we have to buy bales from the store, and that gets very expensive very quickly. Anyway, we're going to continue on. We're going to get this ploughing contract completed. A little time lapse of this, or clips here and there. See if there's any other contracts, and we're going to very quickly jump through into next month. I'm not going to fit through here, am I? We're going to jump into next month, try and get through a bit quicker so that we're very close to harvest for ourselves, and hopefully enough money to purchase that new farm land area. So let's get cracking on with today. Well, that's all the bills paid this morning, $87,283 in total, and we have some contracts to complete, so we'll get them done. There was a oat harvesting contract yesterday that came up, but it was getting a little bit late, so we decided against that to jump into today. So the weeding contract on field 30, $24,391, but we used our own equipment, so we get the full value for it. And the same again, we used our own plough and tractor for the ploughing in field 75, $78,198. I did forget about all of the financing we had. It's been about a week or so, we've been quite busy at work in real life, so I've completely forgotten kind of what we did with here because we had the Kinlaig series to start up as well. So it's a good job we didn't buy that farmland because we have $87,000 worth of financing. I believe it's the drill, I think, is it the Volvo truck? So this is 16,000, oh there's 2 months left on this one. I vaguely remember taking on the financing that we did, the amount we did, because there was some several months old. Yeah, this one's 14,000, but only 4 months left, that's good. What else did we get? Is a sprayer? Nope. I'm just trying to think what it was. It's either the Big Bud or this electric truck. This one as well, 14,000, and the Big Bud I think is paid for. Yeah, it is. So the only other things it must be is the header. Both headers are financed. Then we've got the sugar beet harvester. Is the planter financed? I'm trying to think of everything that is financed. No. Alright, so it's just the Volvo truck and the drill as well. So that's good. But let's check, we'll have to check later on for contracts because it's a bit early for that. First of all, ethanol plant. Yep, we're still good with that. Potato processing is still fine as well. Our pigs are doing good as well. There's no feed needed yet, but we can get straw to them today, hopefully. I believe one of them's ready. Oh no. So all of these 4 in the corner and field 15, so that is both sorghum fields, both barley fields and the wheat field. They are all ready to go now, so I'm assuming there's going to be quite a few contracts. Let's just take a quick look at the map. So any wheat contracts? Yep, there is a few beside us as well. Field 28, 12 and 48. Barley, field 55 is quite a large one. That would be a good contract to do. And sorghum, there's only a couple, but they're at the top of the map, so we could take on some contracts later on today. But for now, we need to get the combine fired up and ready to go. We need to move the Big Bud out of the way. We'll get the combine out, get them hooked up, and we're going to get started with today for harvesting. So hopefully we're going to get a few, in fact we need a baler because we don't have one as well. There's another Big Bud. It's not, we're aiming for, I don't want to have heaps of Big Buds. The one we've got is fine, but I think we need to go for one even more horsepower than that. And there is a slurry tanker, but we do need the back bit for it as well, the distributor. So I think we'll leave that it's 149,000, so it's going to clear our bank account out before we've even done anything. So I think we'll leave that because we'd really like to get the, what am I looking for, balers. We'd really like to get that other farmland, but even the basic one here starts at 164,000, but I don't believe we have any of these or the round balers. We'll just quickly have a check through. No. Right, so we would need to get a baler, and we're looking at 164,000 at the least, unless one comes up in the sale, of course. Right, let's go and get organized for today. We're going to get harvest underway and hopefully get some straw bales. We'll probably lease the baler, to be honest. There's no point in us having $160,000 worth thrown into a baler that we're going to use this year a couple times. I think we'll maybe lease it just now until we can get some more farmland and that new the new farm yard as well. Right, let's get this fired up. Let's get into today. Well, we were going to complete a few more contracts today, but unfortunately that one took quite a while to do. It's now just coming up for 11:15 at night, and we're just finished up. We've got 82% transported. We'll just leave this Volvo somewhere here, I think should do it. Right, we'll go over here, unload. We have a full trailer in here. That was just what was left over from the combines as we finished up. So this should be fairly straightforward. Just back in kind of a straight line. It's always awkward to reverse these Super Bs. Right, we'll get the first hopper unloaded because I'm guessing we're going to be left with quite a bit here. So I want to try and keep the front trailer full, or with the weight in it. But we'll just see how much we're left with here. I would imagine it's quite a good chunk we're left with because it was a very large field. In fact, I think it was the biggest one in the whole map. 86% transported now. We'll get the cover off the front one ready. It's slowly moving up. 98% completed overall. 99%, and we've just got the front two hoppers to go. Right, let's see how much this 40,000 litres it takes to complete it. I'm just watching for the contract. There we go. So we sold 1,035, it says pounds, but it should be dollars. So we've still got 28,000 litres of canola left. And we'll just double check in here. Now we need, yeah, we do need canola for protein, don't we? Yeah. Right, so we're going to hold on to that canola. That might just be handy for us. So they've got 28,000 litres left over. And that truck's going to disappear because I'm waiting to complete the contract. But we did that spraying contract up in field 103. We did buy more herbicide. We bought 4 pallets. That was $9,600 because we forgot we had ones at the yard. But that's kind of handy. We used all 4 pallets. I think there's about 100 litres left. So that's still in the sprayer, but we're just going to complete it now. So there's a $200 lease cost for that. $32,659 in total. I'm just going to change that now. There we go, that's better. Now in dollars again. We cultivated field 74 with a quad track. It says it's completed, but it still looks like there's a huge bit missed, unless it's just not properly filled in yet. But $29,648 for that, and this massive harvest, this is why we took it on. $1,000 lease cost for the other New Holland, I think it was a CR11 combine, and that electric Volvo and trailer. $1,000 for that, which was fine because we did it very quickly actually. $160,923. So now our bank sits at $297,899, which means we can very easily afford that bit of farmland, but I want to try and get through to next month just to make sure that we're going to get stuff paid off. There is quite a lot of contracts actually to do. There was quite a lot of harvesting ones. It doesn't look like anything new has popped up. No, I think it's all what it was before. There's a couple of new supply and contract ones. But yeah, there is still a few harvesting contracts, which is still valid through tomorrow. So I think we're going to do a bit more harvesting. We'll send the cultivator away to do a cultivating job and then swap over to ploughing for this contract. Potentially do the spraying contract. We're not doing the stone picking one because I need to be with it all the time to keep unloading it, and it's just quite pointless. So I'd rather get some harvesting ones done. I'm just going to see. Corn, we're still 2 months away from corn, so yeah, we're going to head back to the yard. I'll just try and get out of here. Oh, the Volvo's gone now. We should get turned quite easily. As long as I don't jackknife the trailers, we should be okay. Yeah, and saying that, that was a... that trailer turns far too quickly. Right, we're going to get back to the yard. We're going to get some sleep. We'll put this canola into our grain bins at the yard. That should be okay there. We'll go with that. Yeah, we'll put these into the grain bin at the yard. 28,302 litres, so that's fantastic. I can't actually remember how to get back to the yard. I'm sure it's straight through this little village, out the other side, and we can come out beside the ethanol plant, I'm pretty sure. We've got a traffic jam here as well. What's going on? I don't know, somebody's deciding where they're going to go and they haven't made the decision yet. Right, we're just gonna... They're stuck by a cone. Let's just nudge the cone for them if we can. There we go. Does that get them going? It does. They're stopped because of a cone. Oh, and now he's going to overtake me, is he? Right, let's get back to the yard, get this done. We'll get a sleep and we will see you first thing in the morning to see what other contracts we're going to take on. Try and get this month completed at least for this episode. I know it's going to be a bit repetitive with harvesting, but it should bring in quite a good chunk of money for us. What's he doing? I don't think that driver's very safe. We're going to move over at the side a bit and let him past. There we go. What is he doing? Oh no. Oh, the AI driving. Don't you love it? Is he going to try again? I think he's given up now. Well, we're turning in here, so we better indicate now to let him know that we are moving lanes. If he tries to overtake now, then that just shows the kind of driver he is. Is he turning? He is as well. I have my indicators on. Oh my. What a weird end to the day. Anyway, let's get some sleep and we'll see you first thing in the morning to see what other contracts we complete. Hopefully we should get a huge chunk done tomorrow and that should give us a decent boost of money. I think we may be able to purchase the farm tomorrow, but we'll see how much we've got left on equipment because it's going to be another... it's going to be tomorrow with good money, good income, and then after that we're going to wait 2 months or so. So we've still got payments to come off over that 2 months, and we don't really have much work coming in unless there's fertilising or cultivating or ploughing after this harvesting. But you got to remember there is a few kind of dead months where there's no contracts, or there is but they're very little paying, or there isn't, you know, much to choose from. It's just supply and transport contracts. And we still need to work our fields as well and get them ready for next year before the cold sets in this year. And we can't do anything. So there's also that to do. We've still got our corn to harvest in 2 months. And the ethanol plant, let's give that a quick check now while we're here. And productions. Yeah, it should probably end tomorrow, I imagine. I would think, I don't think that dry corn's going to last us for another 2 months till the corn's ready again and we can get going with this, because we should have sorghum. Oh yeah, we got plenty of sorghum. Well, that's fine. We could very nearly keep the production running for the full year if we can get that to last us, because we don't have... And saying that, we still got 27,000 litres of corn. I think we could dry a little bit more, top it up, because it needs more dry corn than anything else. So I think we could dry all the corn we've got. Hopefully that's enough to let it run. We'll see though. That's a tomorrow problem. It says potatoes are in red, but they're still 46,000 litres, so more than enough to keep it going. Right, let's get some sleep and we'll see you first thing in the morning, and it'll probably be a time lapse. And we'll just kind of crack on through the day and we'll see you at night, tally up what we've got. I won't show every contract we've done. There'll be snippets here and there, little clips of videos, but as we get through them, we'll be taking on more than 3, I'd imagine, so I'll just complete them and write down the amount and we'll tell you all at the end. But before we go, we did buy a new bale store. That was $57,500 and that's up beside the pig barn. We're just going to take a run over there now to show you. I know it's dark, but would be as well have a look now, otherwise I'm going to forget tomorrow because we don't have any baling to do. And we could leave this, we'll come back and deal with this mess in the yard as well. I probably shouldn't have come in this way. Right, we'll leave that truck there, we'll just turn it off. We will jump in. The side lights are still on here, I don't know why. Right, let's run over here, we'll see the sheep barn. The new bale store. And we also spent $8,412 to lease that baler we did our fields with. I think we did almost, I think it was very close. I can't actually remember if it was 0.9 or if it was 1 hour, but it was $3,464 for the next hour as well. But let's head over and have a look at this. Got to remember to slow down for this bridge as well, because it's knocked me off a few times into the side. Right, you can see already the big white building there. So this is kind of going to be our main store for bales. So this was $57,500. I can't remember how much bales it holds. Oh, it says 500 there. So we got 73 bales off of our field, and that's 8,250 litre bales as well. So that's not a bad start. We've got plenty of straw. We do need, we'll just check actually. That was the wrong button. What is that one? Oh, wrapper for silage. Oh, we don't really need that. What was I looking for here? Where are we? What was I way to look for? Oh, the bale shredder. Where's that going to be? Animals, isn't it? Straw blowers, that's the one. So we do need one of these to kind of mush up the straw bale to put it in for the pigs, because we can use that for here, which makes manure. And since they have a manure pit, which is right down the back of there, then we can use the straw as well. Let's have a quick look to see how they're getting on. They're growing up quite big. They're all sleeping though. They must sleep at a certain time. It is late at night, remember. Right, we are going to go to sleep as well. Well, we've just checked over the episode so far, and it is dragging on quite a little bit too long for what I would like. So we're going to do a two-part harvest. So we're going to come back for the next episode in tomorrow, so the 2nd day of August, for the second part of the harvest. But we've done not bad today. We're ending with just under $300,000 in the bank. So we're going to leave this one here. We'll see you in the morning for the next episode. So thank you very much for watching. I hope you enjoyed it, and we'll see you again soon. Thanks for watching.